All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the call. It is 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which means we're ready for another 90-day business launch call. I have a special guest joining me today, and we will hear more from her in just a moment. But let's hear from everybody on the call. Let us know where you're coming in from. Let's see who our lucky winner is today. First one on the call, Mrs. Alyssa Firanzi from Dallas. Congratulations. First one to mention that they're on the call. I always like to see who jumps on first and says that they're here. We also have people from Tempe, from California, from Calgary, Oklahoma City, Billings, Montana, Hawaii, up bright and early in Hawaii. Welcome, Ruby. Utah, San Antonio, Moore, California, Boston, Stan. Let's see, Missouri. All right. Montana. Lots of people coming in. Great. Good to see everyone. We have more people from Canada. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. I just want to remind you that if you are looking at your chat right now, if you look at the bottom of that, you have a little blue box. And that little blue box will either say all panelists or it will say all panelists and attendees. If your blue box says all panelists, go to the drop-down arrow and change it to all panelists and attendees. That way, all of the attendees can see what you're doing instead of just myself and Jules. So change that to all panelists and attendees. We like to have a conversation on these chat groups. We love to get it involved. If you love what you're hearing throughout the call, just let us know in the chat. Just send us a message as the speaker is speaking today. Let her know that you're appreciating what she says. We just like to hear from you guys. So use that chat, make sure that this is interactive. That's the fun with these calls, is that they are interactive. So with that, we want to get, sorry, I just dropped my pen. With that, we want to get started here. A couple of things before we do get started. First of all, I want to talk about the Drive with 5. The Drive with 5 is now over. It is done. We are actually tallying points as we speak, because we have all the points from your new customers, your new business partners, but we don't have the final points for rank advancements. And so those rank advancements that happened in July, we're still calculating. If you're looking at your team numbers and you're going, oh, we're so close to this goal of ours, we're still calculating. And once we tally all that up, we're going to announce the winners. We'll have a global call. We'll get more details on that for you soon. So get ready to find out about the Drive with 5. But I want to say thank you to everybody who participated. It was an absolutely incredible turnout. It was great on the last day of the month. We're getting texts saying, oh my gosh, we're getting so close. And it's just fun to see that commitment to each other, that commitment to your business. So thank you to everyone who participated in the Drive with 5. Also, the potato pack promotion, remember, you're looking for 6,000 servings in your area, and then you can have a pallet of potato packs sent to your local area. We're tallying these up by diamonds and above. So for example, Mrs. Jules Marchisio is in San Diego, but she has a team in Boston, so they're all rallying together. There's different teams rallying together and putting those donations together so they can have a pack sent somewhere. So keep pushing for that. We have all of August to make sure you get those 6,000 servings and get a potato packs pallet sent to your particular area. Lastly, I actually have 2 more announcements. I'm going to save one announcement till the very end of this call. So pay attention. This is a big announcement coming at the end of this call. So make sure to stick with us after our guest speaker has finished, because we have more announcements for you. But the one I want to tell you right now is we have great news. We ran out of raspberry grapefruit on in, I think, less than 24 hours. It was absolutely crazy how quickly we sold that raspberry grapefruit on. But I am very pleased to tell you that raspberry grapefruit on is back, and it will be on sale starting tomorrow. So you can now get your raspberry grapefruit on. If you guys were getting the withdrawals from not having that flavor, we still had the peach mango, but if you needed that flavor, it is now back starting tomorrow. So we'll put that on the website, and you can get your raspberry grapefruit on and make sure you get your fill of it. So lots of great things happening here. We're very excited to have our guest speaker on today. This is a woman that I've had the pleasure of knowing for a few years now. I've watched her relocate just so she could help her team. She built a team in Boston from the ground up. all organically. And she's built an incredible organization out there and around the country. And she's dedicated to her team. She has an enormous heart, and she is always there to help not only her team, but those who in her area. So I want to welcome to the call Top Producing Diamond. This is Jules Marchisio.
Hello, everyone. And thank you so much, Skyleur. Thank you so much for having me. It's always such an honor and a privilege to even be asked to speak on these calls and kind of represent the leadership team. And I've been doing this for 9 years now. So this July, I hit my 9-year mark here in network marketing. And you guys, I had spent 13 years in project management, sitting in a cubicle all day long, thinking to myself, this can't be my destiny. I never felt like, wow, this is really where I'm supposed to be in life. And I just didn't know there was another way. I had no idea there was another way to really go out there and to be able to take ownership of your life. And that's what network marketing truly means for me and what it's done for me. And I really love teaching people that we truly have not only the path, but the tools and the opportunity here to, like what I always say to my team, at network marketing, all it does is keep the money in the hands of the people versus, the elite and Wall Street and going to the big corporations. So this is the most beautiful place where there's community, where there's teamwork, where there's enough room for every single person to win. And the only thing that matters is you just never give up. You never give up. So 9 years ago, I was sitting in the living room of a woman I was nannying for because I had been laid off a few times from corporate America. Like I said, I was in project management for 13 years. And I decided I was going to change my entire career. I was 34 years old because I did not want to have to ever have my financial future or instability of my financial future in someone else's hands. So I decided I was going to change my whole career. And at this time I was going to go to college all over again. And I was going to become a nurse because I love helping people. And I believe everything happens for a reason, you guys. And there I was sitting in a gated community in a very wealthy neighborhood where I met a young gentleman who was worth, over 20 million in network marketing, younger than me. And he happened to live right next door. That's where God put me, right there. And the woman that hired me in the neighborhood was brand new, and she also had no idea what he did, but she approached him because she saw he had a lifestyle. She saw that not only did he clearly have money, but he had time to go with it. Him and his wife, they're always home. So she approached him. Next thing you know, she's having a home meeting, and she invited me to her PBR by letting me know that she had something that could help me. And that's so important, you guys. Is when we're opening this door and this window for people to evaluate, we need to have them understand that this is something for them. Otherwise, they're not going to have value in wasting time to come watch a video or come check out some information or to even care so much these days because people are so busy. But she came to me and she said, Jules, I've got something that's going to help you pay for nursing school to make extra money. And I didn't care what it was. I was like, money for a nursing school? I was about to go $100,000 in debt. And I was like, I'm in. So I showed up, you guys. And that night I sat in that living room and my entire philosophy and my entire world changed because for the first time ever, I was given the opportunity to have whatever I wanted in life, to be guided by people who had what I wanted, who were willing to teach me, to have my first mentor ever that I had in life, when I got into network marketing, and to follow a system that anybody can do. It's just a matter of, are you going to do it? Do you have the drive and determination, and are you willing to go through the adversity? Because I went through a lot of it in the past 9 years. Ask any professional network marketer what they've gone through. And I always say to my team, if you want to be a part of the 5% club, you better get ready to walk against 95% of the people. So I'm going to actually share my screen today, and I'm going to go over one of my favorite topics to kind of train on when it comes to network marketing, because if you can understand the fundamentals and the principles of how network marketing works and seeing the bigger picture and realizing that you are in control. And I always compare this business to the gym for people, because a lot of times people will say, oh, I can't do this, or you're really good at that. And it's like, nobody is good at anything at first, you guys. And if you just show up and you put in the work and you're consistent and you understand the fundamentals behind building this very simple, duplicatable business, anybody can do this. Anybody can. So I'm going to talk today, kind of just give you guys some common sense and some understanding from the higher level of building this business, because common sense, we all know, isn't so common these days. But if you can just learn from some of the fundamentals of what it takes to not only be a professional, but to learn from what we've gone through or something I've gone through in the past 9 years, it's the same principles everywhere. And I always compare this business to the gym, because anyone can get in shape. Same thing here. Anyone can have success. It's just a matter of who's actually showing up and putting in the work, who's being consistent. If we're going to give you all the tools to have everything you want, whether it's going to the gym and getting in shape or it's getting your business in shape here, the only difference, if we all have the same comp plan, we all have the same products, we all have the same system, we all have the same everything, the only variable is you. So you have to make sure you understand, the skill set and the mindset to get to the top. The skill set is simple, but you've got to be coachable and you've got to understand this is a system. So if you have that long-term vision and you understand, same thing like with starting off going to the gym, maybe you're really, really out of shape and you're in a place where you think to yourself, there's no hope. And there's no way, I can get to go look like someone like that, or I can have a business like that, or be as successful as someone who's, like a James Bradford. Like, how do I get there? We all start off at the same place. Now, I know James had a lot of success his first year here, which is one of the biggest reasons why I left that other company that we had spent some time in. 4.5 years, I spent in another company. And I followed James over here, and I started off and moved back to Boston and started off in a market all by myself, because I knew that I had the fundamentals down after 4.5 years of studying and practicing and showing up. I knew that if I went through the numbers, I would have success. I knew that if I was consistent, it would happen. I knew that if I followed the system of peaking and passing and edifying the success of Team Fusion and Kayani, I knew that if I just got to work and had that vision of whatever it takes. I left San Diego and I told my mom and my family, I might be back in 6 months. I was gone for 3 years, you guys. 3 years. But I understood if I sacrificed 3 years of building towards my future, that eventually I would have time and money together and I would get to a place where I deserve to be. And once you realize that you are in control of that, you guys, it's like the sky is the limit. And I can't comprehend why people would ever walk away from this. So you've got to understand, the mindset of an entrepreneur and the skill set is the same for everyone. You just got to work on yourself. I came to the table, not this girl. I was a whole different person 9 years ago. I was afraid to present. I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't want to talk to my friends. I didn't want to do this or that. I was scared. But one of my mentors always told me, if you're uncomfortable and if you're scared, that means you're growing. So think of it like that. Have that long-term vision. Your mindset needs to be in the future. When I was sitting in Boston, I started by myself and it was the winter. And I'm like, what am I doing over here? And I'm by myself and I'm going through the numbers. People are telling me no. And people are saying you're crazy. I kept thinking to myself, I know that if I keep going through the numbers, what I'm going to have for the future. And always willing to be working on yourself. That's another thing I love about network marketing, guys. I didn't even know what personal development was until I got into network marketing. I wake up every day and I'm like, how can I grow my mindset, my philosophy, my understanding, myself just as a human being? And imagine if we were all in this environment, training our minds to go from employee to entrepreneur, how we can just collaborate, make the world a better place, build a better community, help one another. It's like, welcome to network marketing. The world needs this. We need to be building better people that are focusing on helping each other, focusing on personal development, focusing on having a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. It's hard for me to be around people that just complain all day and just have all these issues, but they don't even realize the issues they have are things that they can fix themselves. Even my little brother was complaining about something and I was like, make a list happy with. Let's make a list, put it on your whiteboard or buy yourself a whiteboard because most people don't even have a whiteboard. Put it on a list and what can you change yourself every day? And every single thing on there is something that he could fix. And it's like, why are we not thinking like that? It's because we're just not taught to think that way. And being in this environment really helps you grow so much as a person and get addicted to that. Get addicted to wanting to do more and have more and grow more and not be satisfied with just being, mediocre. I've always been a dreamer. I've always wanted big things. I've always wanted to give myself those things. I've always wanted to just have whatever I wanted and go where I want and do what I want, and all surrounded by helping people. That's what I thrive on. So when I got into network marketing, I was just like, this is home for me. There's no other place. Like once you unplug me from the matrix or anyone from the matrix and you realize that there's so much more out there, I don't fit back in. You will not see me or ever stick me in a cubicle again, building someone else's dream, being leveraged every day. Instead, I've gotten into myself into a vehicle, just like all of you have, where you can build leverage and build a team and help unplug other people from the matrix, because realize that there's a way to the top of the hill in life here versus circling it, which is we call corporate America. So another thing is you want to make sure you have high expectations. Now, what does that mean? That means I see myself as a double black diamond. There's no other way out for me. How long is it going to take me? I don't have a date where I say, I'm going to try this for 6 months. Or maybe I'm going to do this for a few years and see how it works. No, I'm in. Like I burned the ships when I got into network marketing. I left nursing school. I walked away from a career. I was told I was crazy. I was told I was brainwashed. I was told I drank the Kool-Aid. You better believe I went through all the adversity, but I had such vision because I surrounded myself with the people who were already winning and who had already won in this environment. And I was just like, if they can do it, I can do it. And I didn't care what the peanut gallery was saying, even though half of them had my last name. I didn't care what they were saying because I knew what was possible, because I educated myself on the industry and I surrounded myself with the winners. And that's all I've done, you guys, since day one. I've never been the best at anything. I've never been the top this or top that. And that's okay. I'm not here for the recognition. I'm here to win in life. So I can have time and money together. And like my mentor used to always say, have money working for you instead of you working for money. So have high expectations. Don't sit around and just say, I'm just going to see if this works. I hear that so much from people. It's like, no, you've got everything you need here. You take a hold of this and you run and you grab and you take everything you deserve. I was launching a new business partner the other day and she said, you know what? My why is it's me. Because I've done so much for so many other people my entire life. This is project me. And I was like, such a beautiful thing. Like, make your life the best it possibly can be, because we only have one life, you guys, and it is short. You know, trust me. So have high expectations for where you want to be, just as a person and as a business person and as a team leader, everything. And we all start off, you know, with one person on the team. We all start from the same place. I hit diamond in 10 months in a market all alone. And my entire business is sponsor tree. My entire business is sponsor tree to hit diamond in 10 months. And what that means is not one person was placed underneath me, you guys. So is it possible? Of course it is. I put in a consistent effort. I tracked my business. Professionals track business. Like I said, for 13 years, you better believe I was tracking their numbers and on their conference calls and making spreadsheets and doing everything I had to do to run their business. Why wouldn't you do that for your own business? Whether you're keeping a notebook, you know, when people come to me and say, hey, you know, it's not really working out like I thought, you know, I don't really have anyone interested. And I say, well, how many people have you talked to? And most people are like, oh, I don't know, let me go check my text messages or let me go see. It's like, you don't even know. Start treating this like a real business. And understand the system is what builds freedom, you guys. The system is not for you to do everything yourself and figure it out yourself and start, you know, you're tracking things differently and presenting things differently. The system is what creates freedom. Someone joined your team, you're brand new, you better be plugging into the team calls, you better be plugging into, you know, the launch process. There's nothing you need to figure out yourself. It's all run by that turnkey business. And while you're out there filling your pipeline, the system's building your business and keeping track of everyone. And let the professionals and the mentorship and the system build your business and go to work for you. And once you understand that, and I always say to people, it takes about 2 to 3 years being in network marketing for most people to realize, wow, this is so much easier than I thought it was. I've been messing things up and complicating things so much more than I needed to, you know, and sometimes that's just the way it is. You know, we're humans. Making sure that you're working on your communication skills, whether that's like communicating and reaching out to prospects and understanding that we want to help find. I remember going to a training in Los Angeles and Becky Brissell, Black Diamond, was training, and she was talking about learning to understand the communication of how Kyani can be the aspirin to whatever headache somebody's having. And you've got to find out what headache that is. Like I said before, nobody cares about coming to watch a video or buying something from your store unless they know what's in it for them. Just like I was introduced to network marketing, and I showed up that day in that living room at that home meeting because there was a way for me to help pay for my $100,000 in nursing school loans I was about to take up. So building relationships and communicating with people, even when they're on your team. Once you start building a team, you want to start understanding that you're in this together. We're all as important. I don't care what my rank is compared to someone that just joined my team. This is a team. We've got to work together. We've got to build the relationships. We need to be in high communication. Another thing you need to understand, you guys, when you're building this kind of foundation in a business and you want to become a professional, have a real business here and get paid like a real business, you've got to understand the solid foundation of your business is auto ship and having that culture. It's non-negotiable. That's how you play team. That is how you carry your weight. You have your auto ship on, of course. How lucky are we that our auto ship and our products are our health, that we get to get nutrition every month as our auto shipper, which we should be doing anyways, you know, to be a product of the product, to represent Kyani, to never go out there and say, hey, this is such a great company and these products are made, oh, I don't take them though. You know, it's like, just get with the program. If you want to be a diamond, and so many people do, so many people want that diamond paycheck, just like they want that body at the gym, but they're not showing up and putting in the work. I didn't just create myself into a diamond by not showing up and not being consistent and not leading by example and not having my auto ship on and not staying in phase one. So that's one of the other things that you really need to understand. This isn't just, oh, let me just go recruit some people and then go sit back. I'm retired after 6 months. The day you stop recruiting is the day you stop helping other people that might be sitting in the cubicle right now saying, my God, this can't be it in life, like I was. The day we stop sharing this and building relationships and networking and meeting people is the day that we stop helping people realize that there's a better way that they can have control of their life and they can have ownership of their future, because that's exactly what this is for me. So never stop making friends. I say that all the time. I make friends for a living. That's what I do. Never stop staying in phase one, because people out there deserve it. And if someone wasn't in phase one, I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. So think of it like that. We've got to go out there and always help people and unplug them from the matrix and show them this world. Taking ownership of your business, you guys. Nobody gives you the power to be a leader. You just take it. You just act like it. You just do it. No one's going to tell you. I know who my leaders are because they show up to calls without me saying, are you going to come to work today? Are you going to come play team today? Are you going to be on the call today? No, they're on the calls because they're taking ownership of their business. They want it. Are you taking personal initiative? Or are you looking for handouts? That's another thing. You know, and I tell my story all the time about starting in a market where it just was me, myself, and I completely. And I hit diamond in 10 months with not one person placed underneath me, all sponsor tree. It's because I had never been handed anyone in my entire career. 4.5 years in another company, my mentor never handed me one person. It just wasn't even like, you know, we're so blessed with the holding tank and how this business works here. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing if you have people placed underneath you in your business. That's wonderful. It's a gift. But do not expect it, and do not look for your upline to build your business for you. Don't be trying to pass the buck all the time, because that's not how you're going to get to where you really deserve here, you know, by saying so-and-so is going to launch my people and present to my people and do all these things. Start to learn. Show up while someone else and a leader is launching your new people. So you're out there and you're always learning and growing. You couldn't keep me away from meetings and trainings because I had someone, and I told you guys I was introduced to network marketing by someone worth 25 million. I literally stuck myself to him like glue for 4.5 years because I was so eager to learn and grow and to get out of my financial situation that I was willing to do whatever it took. So are you playing team? When you guys have events, and I know things have been a little crazy lately, you know, with what's going on in the world, but when you have a local event or a DFY or some type of event, are you showing up just in time to walk in with guests? Or are you playing team by helping set up, making sure the chairs are set up properly, you know, taking ownership of your weekly event or whatever event it is? My first event I ever went to in network marketing, I showed up, I didn't even know what an upline or a downline was. I was just like, I'm here. What can I do to help? I want to learn how these meetings are run. I want to be you someday. And I just went in there and did whatever I had to do to just immerse yourself completely into everything, because it's your meeting. It's your weekly meeting. You're not just someone who walks in and the leaders take care of everything, because rank means nothing, you guys. You know, of course, rank is amazing and it's awesome to have those ranks, but a leader is just your actions. So are you helping run the business? Do you know how many people in your team are plugging in? You know, we're always taking attendance on our trainings. I know who my leaders are because they're showing up, but I also take note of who's showing up. I also see who's showing up. I also acknowledge and work with the people that deserve my time. I also look to see, like I said, who's taking that kind of initiative without being asked, because those are the people that you're going to build this business with, you know, and when it comes to the big time. So taking your emotions out of the business. This is probably one of the biggest lessons that I wish maybe I learned my first day in network marketing, because like I told you guys, I was recruited in the living room, you know, someone worth 25 million looking at me saying, hey, I'm going to help you do everything. I'm by your side. Let's get in business. I wish that somebody told me there's a system. Don't run home and vomit all over all your friends. So save yourself from that if you can. Most of us, you know, do it, even when you tell people not to. I ran home and I told all my friends, we're going to be rich. Oh my God, I just met this person. And everyone thought I was crazy. And I got emotional. For the first time in my life, I was like, how dare people not believe me? I felt disrespected. What do you mean I'm trying to scam you? I'm in a pyramid. What do you think I am? And, you know, and don't fight with your friends. Don't get emotional if people don't want to join your team, because people are only saying no to Kayani, not to you. And who cares? Once you realize this business is about sorting through your contacts, I'm only looking for people that want to play team. I'm only building a team of people that want to play team, because that is fun. And that can really, really drive your business and bring yourself and each other to, you know, a whole different level in life versus dragging people up the mountain. No, thank you. So going through the no's is part of the process. And I always tell new people that you have to go through the no's to find the yeses. You want to count how many no's I went through in Boston to get to diamond in 10 months, probably, you know, way more than most people go through in a year or 2 years or 3 years. So once you understand that and start listening to people like Jim Rohn and realizing, you know, the ratio and the numbers, and this is all just so simple, the fundamentals, because you either win or you learn through every type of adversity that you go through. You know, and you can have doubt in yourself, but you cannot have doubt in the fact that this industry is massive. This industry is the best place to be. This company is the best company to be with. You can't have doubt that people are winning here. Just keep working on yourself. Because if one person can do this, anybody can. But you have to be okay with paying the price, you guys. You know, when I meet people that are 6 months in or 2 years in or even 4 years into network marketing, and they're just complaining or they're not where they want to be, and I'm just like, it's a journey. It's a journey. You have to understand this is all about growing and learning and looking in the mirror constantly and thinking to yourself, what can you do to get better? Are you doing everything that it takes to be a diamond, or are you just waiting to be a diamond or a certain rank in order to start doing those things? Nobody's telling you that you can't learn how to present. No one's telling you that you can't learn how to launch. So start practicing, stepping up to the plate, start saying to your chain of solution and the leaders you're working with, you know what, I really want to do more. I want to learn how to do a three-way call. I want to start practicing and doing this. I want to learn how to launch people. I want to learn how to be self-sufficient, because what we do is so simple. It's like following the sheets, downloading Kayani Pro. Everything is right there for us, you guys. What we do is not hard. An 8-year-old could hit diamond if we allowed them to join the business. Especially if you keep your emotions out of the business. Your emotions and your ego, the two biggest things that I've seen ruin people's businesses, 100%. Don't get emotional. Don't get emotional when you go up, you know, through the ups and the downs. You're going to go through waves of momentum in this business and in this industry. The people who got me to Sapphire are not the same people who got me to Ruby. People who got me to Ruby are not the same people who got me to Emerald. The people that got me to Diamond are not going to be the same people that get me to Blue Diamond. That is how it works, you guys. So be okay with that. And through every wave of momentum, your business is going to be like, wow, this is amazing. Every wave is also going to come down. And that's okay. Because through every wave of momentum, a new group of leadership appears, and your solid foundation of who you're truly building with gets stronger and stronger, you guys. And you've got to shift your mindset from employee to entrepreneur. The hardest part, I was on a three-way call the other day with a young kid. He was probably about 18, 19 years old. And he says, so what are some of the pros and the cons, and I'm thinking to myself, God, he's so sharp, so young, I have a young team, and shout out to the young team I'm building right now in Boston, 18, 19-year-olds. They're crushing it in the business because they are hungry. And it doesn't matter if you're 18 or 19 or if you're 70, you guys, you can do this. You just got to take a hold of what you have and just get to work and work with your team, not by yourself. They work with me and we work together, and it's powerful. So shifting your mindset is probably one of the biggest, like the question he asked me, I said, one of the biggest issues for some people is there's no boss here. There's nobody telling you need to get up early, you need to be somewhere. You need to be on this call. You need to be here. You need to do this. You need to do that. You have to be self-motivated as an entrepreneur. And it's okay if you're not great at it at first, but just want to get better, to never be satisfied where you are, to always want to be growing, to understand that, you've got to take ownership of everything yourself, because success is just a choice here, guys. My mentor used to always say, success is not for the chosen few, but for the few who choose. And that is so true. And it really, really is. And most importantly, are you having fun? Are you only having fun in this business when you earn a rank or you're getting a good paycheck? Or are you having fun during the journey, during the process, working with your team, laughing when everyone makes mistakes, and feeling forward and going through it together and understanding it's okay? We're all in this same ship together. But the faster we row, the faster we're all in the same system, the faster we're all going in the same direction, the faster we're going to get there. And for me, where are we heading in my life? It's Freedom Island, and all we got to do is just keep getting people the blueprint to create their or their row or whatever you call it, and just keep rowing in the same direction and getting everyone on the same exact page. Understanding that this is it. This is the fight for our life, the fight for our freedom, the fight for, when the product side comes into play. And another reason why I moved back to Boston is we have such an epidemic back there with big pharma. And I've lost many friends and very many friends. My little brother was addicted to painkillers after breaking his back. I am so passionate about steering people in the right direction and letting them take ownership of their health as well. Education and giving people the tools. And bringing more hope into people's life is exactly what we do. So you have to have fun during the process. You must have fun while building this. And if you're not having fun, if you're quitting your job too early, and all of a sudden you're chasing people to join your team and chasing people to be a customer to pay your bills, wrong. Do not do that, you guys. This business should be something that you're building on the side to secure your future, to build a solid foundation for your future. And then when the time is right, you can walk away and do this full time. I worked for 6-7 years before I went full time in network marketing. I can remember, one of my largest months with Kayani, when I went back to Boston, I was building back there. I was still working. I was nannying. I love kids. So for me, that's it's almost like, therapeutic to be hanging out with kids and to do that. I was nannying. And I can remember my largest month, I had made over $40,000 with Kayani, and I was still working. And I see some people just walking away and getting themselves into a position where it's not fun. So don't do that, you guys. Have fun while you're building this. Have fun when you're messing up. Have fun when things go wrong. Have fun when no matter what. Enjoy the process. So steps to team building, and I'm almost finished here, so I can pass it back to you, Skyleur. Steps to team building, you guys, it's simple. We're always looking for prospects. We're always making friends for a living. We're always talking to people. We're always looking to help someone, to let them, all we do is expose people. That's what I say all the time. I educate and I expose. If they like what they see, then welcome home. And just go through the numbers. We're piquing people's interest everywhere we go, because people deserve to know we exist. People deserve to know that they have this vehicle out here to take ownership of their health and to take ownership of their financial future. Whether they want ownership of that is up to them. Our job is to go through the numbers and expose as many people as we possibly can. And then we're always setting appointments, whether it's for them to watch a video, for them to come to Starbucks, for them to come to a meeting, whatever it possibly is. We're putting people, what's in your pipeline? What's in your pipeline? How many people are you exposing? How many people are you enrolling into the business, launching them so they can get the blueprint, having them download their Kyani Pro app and going through the modules. Everyone should go through the same steps. So very systematic. There's no guessing to what to do, what's next. Very, very simple, you guys. And then we duplicate. If you can just learn how to get to that position of jade and duplicate, a double black diamond is just a whole bunch of jades underneath them. And once you realize that that is the simple duplication business model of all the other fundamentals of keeping your emotions out of the business and following the system and going through the numbers and getting out of your comfort zone and wanting to grow and do more and help out more and become a better leader and to become a better team member and become a better member of society is what this business does for us and this industry does for people. That is really all we do here, you guys, is we allow people to take ownership of everything they've ever wanted if they're willing to do it. Because we all grow at different rates, and that is okay. It's okay if you signed up at the same time as someone who's already way past you, because at the end of the journey, we're all going to be at the top. So it doesn't matter. So if you learn to enjoy your journey a little bit more, if you learn to just understand that it's up to you to plug in a little bit more. The reason why I'm where I am is because I'm on every training. The reason why other leaders on my team are where they are is because they're on every training. And once you realize that you can control that, and this is your journey, do not compare yourself to other people. Do not be jealous when other people are winning. We need to celebrate every win that we have within our entire company of Kyani, because we're all representing one another and we're representing network marketing. And I am so proud to say that I am a network marketing professional. I use that word network marketing like I'm blessed to be in this industry rather than being, shying away from saying, oh, I'm a network marketer. I am so proud to say I'm a network marketer. I've even been around people like, you sure you want to say you're network? I'm like, yeah. I am so proud to say I'm in network marketing because I look at this industry like there's no better place to be, and there's no better company, you guys, than to be with Kyani and to be partnered up with people who care so much about who we are and what we have and our success and looking and willing and striving to be number one, because that's where we all deserve to be. And the only way we're going to get there is if we all work as a team and we all commit to ourselves to just grow at our own rate and become the best version that we possibly can be, to be a Kyani distributor and go out there and just, make the world a better place, because that's what this is really all about. So thank you so much, Skyleur, for having me on today. I am honored as always, to represent network marketing, to represent a professional, in the industry. And my goal in life is just educate other people and to, really become an advocate for this industry. So it's mainstream and people realize that they have a choice when they graduate high school to not go into employeeship, but to really enter entrepreneurship, where a place that, the barrier of entry is low enough that anyone can get in. There's a system to follow that's already proven with success. And there's people that care more about anything, to have you successful as well, because there's room for every single one of us to win. So thank you so much for having me on, Scott. I'm going to pass it back to you.
Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Jules Marchisio. There's a reason why we titled this Becoming a Network Marketing Professional. Jules Marchisio exemplifies that. So if you enjoyed what Jules said, give her some hearts in the chat. Let her know that you appreciated her message. I loved what she had to say. And I love that last slide. We all grow at different rates, and that's okay. So it's been awesome to have Jules on the call. Thank you so much. I want to wrap this call up, but I did promise an announcement. So we do have an announcement for this call. What we're doing is starting today through the 12th, we're going to run a special. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than our normal specials. And this special is only for the United States. So for our leaders in Canada, I apologize. For those in French Polynesia, I apologize. But this is a United States special that we're offering. And what it is it's our sunrise. It's the Kyani Sunrise, but it's a Korean formula. Now, you may be asking, why are you selling a Korean formula in the US? Well, due to some issues that we have a batch that we cannot get over to Korea right now. So what we want to do is we want to offer that to our US business partners at a discounted rate, and you'll have the opportunity to try this formula. Now, Sunrise is similar in many countries, but there are different regulations that countries have, and so we have to make sure that we have the regulations for that country. So for the US, you're all used to our formula. For Korea, the formula is a little bit different. It does have green tea extract in it. If you love green tea, then you'll love this. It has some other ingredients in it that we don't have in the US, and then obviously the US has some ingredients that they don't have. If you're interested in knowing the exact difference in those ingredients, your upline diamond has the information on that Sunrise that they can show you a comparison side to side on exactly what you're getting on this Sunrise. So here's what we're going to do with this. We're running a special again from today through the 12th, and it is on a 3-pack of this Korean Sunrise. Now, normally Sunrise will be $122, I think almost $123 for 3 Sunrises. We're giving you this Sunrise at $104.95. So you're getting $18 off of the price of the Sunrise. You're also getting full CV on that. You're getting 10 extra QV. So you'll actually have 100 QV and 60 CV. Again, the business partner price is $104.95. The customer price is $119.95. Like I said, this is a little different of a special, but this is an opportunity to really to try this formula out, to see, to get a little extra Sunrise. I wanted to pass it back to Jules real quick. I asked her before the call, I said, when we run this, we've only run this a couple times, but when we run these type of specials, how do you promote it to your team? What do you suggest that they do with this? So Jules, if you don't mind, I'm going to pass it back to you just to give an idea of how you promote this type of special to your team.
Yeah, for sure. So anytime a special comes out or any type of anything that you guys offer us, we should always take advantage, first of all, just from a business standpoint, and it's exciting when we get to try things that otherwise we don't have in our store. So there's nothing better than trying something. I also, told everyone on my team last time to purchase this for yourself, because obviously other clients can't purchase this, but then use your own auto ship to give away as samples if you've already got Sunrise. Don't think of it like, oh, I already have Sunrise, I don't need that. Think of it as like, well, I'm going to take advantage of this and I'm going to use this as my consumption, and I'm going to try it because it's exciting, and I'm going to give away whatever Sunrise I have and go out there and get yourself some more customers in the pipeline that maybe you weren't otherwise passing out samples for, or utilizing what you have. And we owe it to not only the company, but to ourselves and to the team to always take advantage of any type of promotion that comes out, you guys, because if we all play team, we all do our little piece and just purchase and do whatever it is, to imagine the compound effect, and always have that kind of culture within your team, because it's going to pay off big time.
I love it. I that's why I wanted to have Jules talk about that a little bit. I think it's so smart what she said. Sample out the Sunrise that you typically get on your monthly shipment. Let's get some new customers, but try this out. Try this formula out, see what you think. It's available in the shopping cart, and again, we'll run it for 1 week. So with that being said, I want to make sure to thank Jules one more time for all the value that she provided to us. I want to thank everyone for being on the call today. I want to remind you that we'll be back next Wednesday, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, same place, and I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye, guys. Thanks, Skyleur.